How do you get through all the hate on YouTube? To be perfectly honest, it's very difficult. There is a lot of hate on YouTube, and it really gets me down in the dumps some days. Like I said, in the Nuck and Foob commentary, when the first episode of If It Were Realistic came out, and somebody sent me a private message telling me that my entire family should get cancer for wasting his time, and I was sitting there thinking about how my grandfather just died of cancer. I'm in the hospital with my grandmother right now, who has kidney cancer, and my fiance's mom died of cancer, and my mother has cancer, and I'm like, damn it. Your prediction came true. I am now sad for the rest of the day. Sometimes it gets you. I just have to just roll with it. I'm actually getting a little bit more aggressive in the comments, calling people out now because I'm running out of patience for bullshit. So that's how that goes. How many onions can you peel in a minute? 0.5 onions. It takes me about 2 minutes to peel an onion because I'm a fucking retard at that. Being in an interracial relationship in the South, do you feel a sense of racism from other people? Yes. Yes, I do feel a sense of racism from other people. It's how do I say it? It's not bad where I am right now in a college town. When I go home to a much smaller, more conservative town, the sense of racism I feel is that when I'm walking around Walmart with my fiance or something, or any public place, they don't often recognize us as a couple because we look so different. And every now and then somebody will gawk or give a funny look. It's actually not that bad. White and Asian is not that bad. If it were white and black, it would be worse. But you get a few funny looks every great now and then. It's, yeah, workable. Will you ever get a haircut? I just got a fucking haircut. Leave me alone. Will you be playing Gears of War 3 with Obviously Jesus? Probably not. Not the biggest Gears of War 3 fan, but I am doing a different show with Obviously Jesus called The Wave, which hopefully will be debuting in a week or two. Can you do a gameplay with the FNFAL Master Key? Yes, I'm doing it. At your request, I'm doing this episode. I'm going to make that a showing off episode. Hopefully it goes well. Right now it's a little bit troublesome. Are you planning on making videos after you graduate? Yes. How do you feel about giveaways? Giveaways are for douchebags. They buy a bunch of shit, give it away, and they make more than they buy, and it's really frustrating and kind of breaks down the whole YouTube system. If I was in their situation and I had bills to pay and that was my only job, I might look at it differently, but right now I don't like giveaways. What is your favorite game of all time? Silent Hill 2 is my favorite game of all time because it has an excellent story and atmosphere, and when you play through the game, you're playing through the story. The gameplay is actually a little bit weak, but everything else in that game is absolutely amazing. What do you think will be required for a game to be a COD killer? The game needs to be fast-paced, some sort of warfare simulator, moderately realistic, and have a lot of unlockables. It has to have something really new and different that draws people in. It needs to have a very large player base. Is your fiancé angry that you have the ability to make random women on the street melt? No, she's not angry. I do talk a lot. If this makes any sense, I accidentally hit on women or get hit on when I'm talking. If I tried to do something with a woman, I would fail catastrophically. But when I'm just walking around minding my own business, I have a tendency to talk, and I talk a lot. Very amicable, I believe that's the right word, and some women take to that, and I have inadvertently hit on waiters and waitresses while we were eating at a restaurant together, but she knows that I don't even know what I'm doing, and she just thinks that I'm an idiot and lets it roll, so I guess I'm lucky right there. Let's see, did anyone ever tell you that you look like John Heder or Napoleon Dynamite? Yes, when I was shopping for wedding rings, the guy who was trying to sell me one told me that I looked like Napoleon Dynamite, and I told him, ha ha ha, not buying a diamond from you, and I left. What do you think about Pwn Star for Hire? Pwn Star for Hire is I'm trying to think of the right words here. Well, he's a friend of mine. He's a good guy. He makes good videos, runs a good channel. If you're talking about some of the controversies he gets in with the other directors, I honestly don't care. That's not my business. He likes to tell the bigger, douchier directors just how it is, and they don't like it, and it usually causes a big stink, but he's okay in my book. What are your thoughts on G-Unit 123? I'm almost completely indifferent to G-Unit 123. I don't care about his fake nuke. I don't care about his shows. The only thing I can say about him is he looks like Anton Dotson, and he has very bad green screen effects. His gameplay is actually quite good, and his commentary is unusual, but if he didn't have a bad past, I would imagine he would still have a similar sized fan base. But I honestly just don't care. Like, that is just something that I never think about. What is your favorite food? I like lots of food. I like tons of food. I will eat anything. I like ice cream. I like pizza. I like shrimps. I like steamed buttered broccoli. And oh my god, there's like nothing I won't eat. What is your favorite goat? I like fainting goats. The fainting goats are freaking hilarious when you scare them. They just fall over and faint and go all stiff. Why do you say the word where like Hank Hill? That's because I lived in Texas for a long time and other parts in the South, but a good bit in Texas. And I actually visited the place that the show King of the Hill was based on, both of the towns, Arlington and Garland. I've been both of those places. I used to live in Dallas. It's a Texas thing. It rubbed off on me. I'll probably never be able to get rid of it. What is your take on pancakes? I love pancakes. Pancakes are delicious. Blueberry pancakes are great. I used to have a griddle, or it was my roommate's griddle, but I was the only person that used it. And I made homemade blueberry pancakes all the time. I gained like 5 pounds, but it was great. And they took my fucking griddle away. Is Machinima paying for your map packs? No. What headset do you use? I normally don't use a headset. I just use the TV volume, and I run the volume somewhere between 15 and 18% because I have I just do have sensitive ears. Loud music, syncopation, loud video games, explosion, that shit hurts my ears. I can't deal with that. I do have some Turtle Beach X11s. I use them when my fiance is asleep or if I'm playing like a super ultra serious game. I'll break them out, but I don't use them that much. How many consecutive cartwheels can you do? 0.5. I can do half of a cartwheel, or I can flip backwards and land on my ass, however you want to look at it. How tall are you? I'm 6'2". How long did it take you to get any significant subscriber base? I would say around a year, year and a half, something like that. Is Machinima your only job? No, I work part-time on campus in their entrepreneurial outreach center, but Machinima pays me a hell of a lot better. What is your favorite Final Fantasy? Final Fantasy X, because it's the only one I played all the way through myself. What do you think about Battlefield games? I think about Battlefield games, I think that I'm a fat, overweight soldier running through a sea of molasses, and that's how Battlefield games feel to me. Battlefield games do not feel responsive, they feel slow, everything feels wonky, the physics are bad. That's why I don't play Battlefield games. They piss me off when I want to knife somebody and I hit the knife button and it's like I gotta wait for Molasses Guy to pull his knife out and kind of flail it around. Or just, I feel more nimble in the tank than I do when I'm walking around, and I hate that. And then again, I have to play them on console. I know it's a lot better on PC. Do you want Sarah Palin to be the next U.S. president? I think I would rather have a grilled cheese sandwich be the next U.S. president. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. If you got into a fight with Hutch and Sea-Nanners, who would win? Me. I kill people. I don't lose. I like being alive. I don't know what their problems are, but I'd be absolutely cutthroat if it were a fight to a death. If it were a fist fight, I probably wouldn't even fight because I prefer not to fight if I don't have to. If you could be any animal, what would it be? I'd be a Tyrannosaurus Rex because I would just roll up on people and stomp their shit in. Do you have any tattoos? Why or why not? I do not have any tattoos on my body. Basically because I couldn't honestly think of any one thing that I would believe in forever that would stick with me for the rest of my life that I would never ever regret. And you know, when you get old, tattoos get wrinkly. Just don't care. Not really my thing. Do you hate White Boy 7th Street? No, I don't hate White Boy. I don't know him. He does a lot of questionable things on his channel that I don't like, but it's not my business. I don't make my disagreements public, so I'm going to stay away from all that. What's with the yin-yangs? I happen to like yin-yangs. I've always liked yin-yangs. I've liked them since I was a kid. I like them now. It represents a duality. A lot of the things that I am and do exist in some sort of duality or extreme, so I guess it fits me pretty well. Do you play any instruments? No. Was your dog hard extremely? Was your dog hard to raise? Extremely. Shiba Inus are a very obstinate and difficult breed. It took me a year and a half to get that dog to behave itself, and the thing that helped him more than anything was when he got a prolapsed disc in his spine and he couldn't hardly walk anymore. It took that much. I didn't hit the damn dog. He jumped off the couch and hurt himself. It took that much for him to realize that human beings were valuable, that we actually cared for him, and now he's a good dog. Who's the nicest director at Machinima? I honestly don't know. I don't know enough of directors to say who is the nicest. I'm going to go ahead and say of all the people at Machinima, Shore Wars is probably the nicest or most on top of the things, considering the amount of crap or messages that he gets on a daily basis. He still manages to do everything with a smile, or at least get it done. Whatever happened to the Queen at the end of the epic dream? I don't know. She just fucking ran off. Why do you talk fast and do you script it? I talk fast because when I want to be perceived as intelligent, I talk fast because I think that dumb people sit around and go, yeah. So, and when I do public speaking, I also talk a little bit faster as a nervous reflex. It's a skill that apparently it's a skill. I don't know. Some people do it. Do I script it? No, I don't script it. I talk, see, you hear me saying and If it was scripted, I would just have it ready to go. I don't script anything. The most script that I've had recently is this question and answer video where I have all the questions written down. Where do you get the information for in-depth? I get all the information from Den Kearson website, Google Black Ops Den Kearson. There you go. What is fellatio? That's a blowjob, hole smoking, all that sort of good stuff. I don't know why you would ask that question. Are you an anon? Not really. No, I wouldn't say I'm an active anon. I go to 4chan every now and then. I browse X. I sit on Reddit. I don't know if that makes me an anon or not. Do you like dubstep? No. How large is your penis? My penis is 6.5 inches long by a little bit under 2 inches, like 1 3/4 something in width. So I'm barely above average in length and significantly above average in width. So the total volume is doing okay here. Are you good at math? Yes, as an engineer I'm pretty proficient at mathematics. How much money do you make at Machinima? I can't tell you that, but it pays me fairly well. It's not something I would be living off of if I wasn't a student, but yeah. Would you bone Megan Fox right now? No, I really just don't find her particularly attractive. She kind of looks like an alien to me. Most of these super famous celebrity people, I don't really find them attractive. They just seem really fake and weird. How do we know if you're doing an open lobby? Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Drift0r. Make sure the O is a 0. That's where I announce all the open lobbies. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? The superpower that I would have would be the killer from Wanted, the comic book Wanted, not the dumb movie. Well, I take that back. The movie wasn't dumb. It was entertaining, but the physics were bad. The killer in the comic book, his superpower was everything worked for him. No matter who he fights, he wins. That's his superpower. His superpower is he wins no matter what. Like Master Chief, whatever you do, he's going to win. That's an awesome superpower to have. That's the one I would have. Why doesn't insert director here answer my messages? Probably because he gets over 100 of them per day and he just doesn't care anymore, or he can't possibly, he'd be answering messages all day. Do you know Sark, Cnanners, or Hutch? No, I do not personally know any of them. I have had a little bit of contact with Sark, trying to get him to promote some of my videos. He didn't. He said he liked them. He left a comment on the Attack Dog video, but there wasn't any sort of promotion going on. I know them through somebody else. If I talk to Shore Wars, I can occasionally get in touch, but normally I just leave those guys alone. That's not really my thing to go chasing people down. Why don't you drink, smoke weed, or use whatever drug? That's because my mother is an extreme alcoholic that has drank herself in and out of the jail and the mental hospital and into all sorts of horrible situations that I don't ever want to get into. And I know that alcoholism is genetic, so I'm just not drinking. I don't even want to take a chance of turning into something like that. Why don't you smoke weed? Because it's illegal. I like staying out of jail, and that's about it. Why don't you do other mind-altering drugs? Just on the same reason. Can't get them. Illegal. Some have side effects. Australia, yay or nay? Nay. What is your favorite weapon of all time? The flat cannon from Unreal Tournament. What do you think about Minecraft? Just not interested in it. Are you jealous of Higher Octane's beard? Not particularly. Higher Octane looks like Peter Griffin from Family Guy when he has a beard. Higher Octane looks like an out-of-shape Gordon Freeman. I mean, come on, that's not really my thing. I don't want to have a fucking piece of Velcro on my face, but he does have a pretty manly beard, and he is an interesting-looking fellow. Not going to insult him. We get along pretty good at Euphorian Film, so I'm going to stop on the Higher Octane beard jokes now. Do you like Mudkips? No. I prefer Squirtle, motherfucker. Do you like waffles? I absolutely love waffles. Waffle House is one of my favorite restaurants to eat at. Do you have an afro? No, I have a white fro, an Anglo fro, a curly white fucking hair that I just have to live with sometimes. And that's it of the question and answer video. If your question wasn't answered, I just, well, it probably answered before, or it was something inappropriate or kind of spammy looking, so. While I've got some time in between renders, I should tell you guys that I bought a new microphone that doesn't hum or buzz as bad as the old one when plugged in, so the audio quality on my live commentaries will be going up, and also when I'm live streaming the quality will be better. Speaking of which, I'm going to try and live stream again. Well, not try, I'm going to live stream again tomorrow night. Yes, that's Thursday night, which is going to be Thursday, May the 5th, and it's going to start at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's right, at 8:30 Eastern Time, I'm going to start live streaming, and hopefully everything will be awesome and smooth, and I'll have better video quality than last time. And one more addition, Some of the questions I didn't answer is how much do you get paid and do you run advertisements on your channel? I normally do not run advertisements, but I do trade in favors. I don't get paid for things, but I just trade, hey, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you, blah, 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 that sort of thing. And I do good content. I don't like pushing bad crap on you guys. And the advertisement that I'm about to run at the end of this is for the modernwarfare3forum.com, which is actually a good site that has a larger user base than my channel, or actually several channels combined. It should be over 30, 32, 33,000 users right now, and it is the place for Modern Warfare 3 forums, discussion, that sort of thing, and I frequent there myself, which is why I'm playing this short ad about it. And that's it.